Well, the man you're about to meet has just starred in a movie with Scarlett Johansson which challenges the perceptions of beauty. Adam Pearson has a rare disease which left his face covered with non-cancerous tumours. He's an inspiration and he joins us now live from London. A very good morning to you, Adam. You were born with neurofibromatosis. How has that affected the way people perceive you?
Well, I think I have quite an arresting appearance, for want of a better term. So I'm very rarely invisible anywhere I go. So people can kind of stop, stare, and a lot of it is just curiosity, but sometimes it kind of goes into ignorance. But now I've done kind of the Scarlett film, so I'm now the guy from the film, or the guy from Studio 10.
And it's great to have you as that guy, Adam. I wonder how in your, I suppose, earlier years, do you deal with people kind of looking and saying cruel things?
Well, when you're like really young, kind of 6, 7, your life is literally just swings and roundabouts. I mean, my longest standing friendship is based on the fact that we both like the colour red, which is a bit weird. And then you hit that kind of puberty, kind of teenage angst age, and I think that's difficult for any kid, kind of disfigurement, no disfigurement, disability, no disability. And I suppose the kind of name-calling and the bullying at school just compounded that.
Adam, you've got a twin brother, Neil, and I understand he also has a condition, but in him it has a different effect. What happens with your twin?
So he has like really bad short-term memory loss. So unless he gets into kind of good routines and writes stuff down and does stuff straight away, he'll just forget what he's supposed to be doing.
Adam, I'm amazed actually you're able just to sort of, when you talk about growing up and bullying and those sorts of things, you sort of seem to be able to just brush it away. How are you able to do that? And how were you able to?
I think if you I think if you kind of hold on to those kind of things, then you're never going to be able to move forward. And I think and my mother always raised me to believe you need to live the life you've got as opposed to mourn the one you don't. And I can sit at home, hug the dog, cry and listen to Radiohead all day, every day, and it's not going to help or change the situation. So it's a case of head down and get on with life.
And Adam, has your extraordinarily unique experience led to any kind of understandings of people generally, not only your own nature, which is obviously incredibly resilient, but has it taught you anything about other people? Has it surprised you in perhaps the other direction, acts of kindness or understanding, or just people who are able to look past or ignore the superficial?
I think when you go through things, you build a lot more empathy for people who are going through or are about to go through the same thing. So I do a lot of work on things like anti-bullying. I go into schools and give talks with the charities Changing Faces and Jeans to Jeans to raise awareness. I get a lot of people on the old Twitter and Facebook sending me messages. And whilst I'm by no means professionally qualified to talk to people, I'm always happy to.
You mentioned before ignorance, and I'm sure the movie Under the Skin is something that will change those common perceptions. Talk to us about your role in the movie.
So throughout the film, Scarlett's character kind of is on a mission to kind of pick up, seduce and kill these kind of wayward men, these hitchhiker loner types. And about halfway through the film, she picks up my character, and it kind of humanises her. For the first time in the film, she realises that she's human. And so I get picked up, seduced and let go. I had to run through a field in Scotland naked at 3 a.m. in November. It was so cold.
I understand in Scotland that's actually quite a typical activity.
It's what I'd be doing anyway. They just film it.
Adam, what an extraordinary life you've had. Tell us if there was one message that you would like to communicate about living with disfigurement, what would that be?
That disfigurement isn't kind of an exclusive club. Like, anyone at any point can be in an accident, fly headfirst through a car windscreen, be attacked in the street, and then your life could be changed forever. And in that situation, how would you want to be treated? And then kind of take that logic and apply it to other people.
What an inspirational bloke you are, Adam. Thank you so so much for joining us on our little morning show here
problem.
in Australia, Studio 10. It was really terrific speaking with you. And if you would like to know more, you can go to changingfaces.org.uk. Thanks again, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Wow, it just puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
It is amazing. I'm constantly amazed. I've seen all sorts of people go through all sorts of life-changing things that you would think that would just cause the body and mind to just shut down. I'm always amazed at how incredibly adaptable and resilient the human animal is.
I like the story that's in the briefing notes we got where he said, you know, his parents were out with someone or other and they said, oh, our boy's, you know, off to uni or whatever it was, and they said, oh, our boy's just made a movie with Scarlett Johansson.
So there, take that. Yeah.